So the moon is currently in Libra, conjunct Mars, and where I am in California, it is rising over the horizon. It is conjunct the ascendant. And this might be why I fucking spilled an entire glass of water on myself as soon as I woke up this morning. I did mention recently how the moon and Mars are the ones that are the most reactionary, the ones that pull us the most, and are harder. It's hardest for us to not get pulled by them, right? Just clearly tell everyone on their path that, whoa, there's a card flipped over. Oh my god, is it the Nine of Swords? Ugh, guys, why is this card flipped over? Someone's worried. Someone couldn't sleep last night? Someone's got bad anxiety. Nine of Swords. We want to get to the Ten of Swords. 9 is a lot worse than the 10, right? I almost posted this last night. I did this whole channel about the 9. I did it 2 weeks in a row at Toad Talks. Today is Toad Talks, by the way. If you guys are a local, come on down to Culture Shrooms, 4 to 6 on the plaza. I'll be there. I give readings. You can ask me any kind of question. Ask the Oracle. Ask me how I do it. Learn. We can talk about the transits to come. All kinds of stuff. If you are not a local and you want to be a part of this, you can join my Patreon. You get access to a recording of my Toad Talks every week. I'm working on figuring out a way to make them upload faster. I'm working on being a computer internet content creator person, and this is also what the Patreon is for, so help me out here, guys. And why was I saying all that? Because it's Tuesday? Culture Shrooms, Mushroom Tarot. I'm Toad. Hi, guys. And I'm here with your daily transmission from the Toad Realm. Let's see what's going on. Why do we have the Nine of Swords? Come on, people. What's going on here? Who's upset? 4 of Pentacles. It's weird. I flipped it and then it just spun around. 4 of Pentacles. Could be a Taurus. Doesn't have to be. 9 of Cups reversed. I needed to do the 9 channel today. 10 of Pentacles reversed. 7 of Swords. Yikes. Temperance reversed. Someone is just not feeling good. Someone is being so stubborn when it comes to their fucking negative thoughts. Their addictions. Their darkness. Yeah, someone is not looking... Someone's perspective is just not good. You need to turn this shit around. You're looking through the wrong end of the telescope. Jeez, talk about sticky cards. Someone is feeling sticky. Someone is feeling very sticky. Won't let go of something. I know I keep showing you this card, but it doesn't make any sense to you. It's the 4 of Pentacles. That's the Miser card. It's the one where you usually see the dude who's trapped in the walls of the city, holding the pentacle on his chest. There's a pentacle on his head, and there's pentacles on his feet. Holding on too tightly. Protecting his heart, protecting his home, whatever he's doing. There's that 7 of Swords. Running away from something or sneaking around. Maybe someone's so fucking worried, 9 of Swords, because they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing. Maybe. That's for some. That's for some. So there's a reason why. It's not like this is what's cool about the tarot. It's cool to me. This is what I've discovered about the tarot. It's not so much, oh, you, the 10 commandments, we need to do this, and you, otherwise you're going to hell, and you're bad. No. Why we shouldn't do it in this lifetime. Because tarot was made for this. This is a belief of mine. It's made for this time of Neptune, where people are going to be very confused. Okay, I just cut to this. People are going to be very confused, and they're not going to know what they're supposed to do. People are not sure what they're supposed to do because we've lost our morals and values, because we've forgotten why. Well, heaven and hell are on earth, motherfuckers. It's on earth, okay? We create it. We create it with our mind and with what we want to look at, okay? And when we do things that are not in line with our morals and values, it will eat us up inside. We go through devil and tower moments. We're not going to feel good. We're not going to feel good. We will create hell on earth. Karma is going to move faster in this day and age. I just saw 222 on the timer for that. Karma is going to move faster, which means that you do something that you know you shouldn't do, it's going to come back and make you not sleep. You're not going to be able to... I keep showing that fucking card. Where my deck at? Where my deck that's in order at? I gotta do my 9s. I gotta do the 9s. Okay. You're not going to be able to sleep. You're going to sit up at night. Okay? There's something that you know you have to do that you haven't done yet. It's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. It's going to keep plaguing you until you turn over. Until the cycle completes itself. Okay? Whoa, why is this? This is weird. I cut to the 7 of Swords again. Whether or not someone's doing this right now or they have been doing it, someone needs to come clean. Someone needs to come clean. We're all right there. We're all right on the verge of a major transformation. A major level up, okay? Which means we're at the 9, okay? But this is the thing. This is what I'm always trying to say, is that we're always at all of these. We're always at all of these all the time because there's new cycles starting constantly. Every day we spin through one. Every second, every minute, every hour. This is a good toadism. Every day, once every year, once in many years, once in our entire lifetimes, once in many, 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 many lifetimes, okay? And there's new ones starting all the time. This is the fractal of experience. And this is how the Toad Code works as psychedelic integration, okay? This is going to make sense to you, all right? But listen, because of this, in some way, and on some level, and in some cycles, in some areas of our life, we are at every stop on the path. We have the ability, at least, to experience any of the manifestations of the major arcana, okay? We're constantly cycling through that major arcana. Light goes through major arcana, and like a prism, right? Like a prism, the light shines through and fractals into the 4 elements that we can see anyway. It creates that rainbow of the elements and creates everything that we see. It separates it so that we can see it. First, it's separated into the light and the dark, and then the light shines through. Okay, so especially, this is one reason too why in the age of air, the wheel's gonna spin faster and faster. So as we get more and more comfortable being the cosmic dancer, being the fool, the more that we are aware of our devil energy and what is holding us back so that we can release that, we start skipping and we let that wheel continue to spin, okay? Then we're always at these and we get to choose where we want to be on the path, all right? And so the reason why I use the 9s to illustrate this a lot is because the 9 is often a really difficult place to be, and it's where we want to give up the most. It's the place along the path where we want to give in and give up, all right? Before the turning of the wheel, before the turnover, before the tables turn, okay? Because 9, of course, represents the Hermit and the Moon, right? So right before the sun and right before the wheel, all right? Ace of Swords reversed with the 4 of Pentacles. Judgment with the 10 of Pentacles reversed. King of Pentacles with the 7 of Swords. 2 of Wands. It's like someone's at the 9 here, the 9 of Swords being that first card, okay? They are being stubborn, 4 of Pentacles, to let go and to get to just let it die. They're holding on to the victim mentality. They think that the way that they think is going to actually protect them. It's not. They're refusing to hold on to this new way of thinking that comes with the 10, okay? So there's this, again, with the 9, it's like, for the biggest cycles, all right? And we go through a couple big dark nights of the soul. So we go through a couple really long dark nights, right? A couple really hard moments in our life, which means that we feel like we are here forever. And this is one thing that I like to say, especially with the 9s. What if we were here forever? You know? And there's this moment at the very end of the 9, which is the 10. This is like what they show on the 10 here is the very, very end of the 9. Okay. And it's the same with all of them. It is the same with all of them. What they show is the very, very end of the 9 because it's This isn't an actual stop because there is no 10. 10 is just the 1 again. All right? So once you finally let it die, there's a toadism for the 10 of swords that I always say, which is you can't get any deader than dead. This is a lot better than this. We can make this last forever by refusing this. We make this last forever by refusing this. Okay? We get to choose because we're always at the 9. We're always at all of these stops. And the only way to get to the 10, the only way to get through the moon and to the sun, the only way to get out of the isolation and the loneliness and the coldness and to the turning of the wheel, to your fortune, to the turning of the tables is by doing it, is by accepting it. Okay? Let me get the rest. We're always at the 9, but we get to choose how it manifests. Once the light goes through that prism, yeah, of course we're going to have to get to 9. We're going to have to get to 9. But the only way to turn it over is to be content. Okay? We can choose. Sometimes, it feels like we're here when we're at the 9. We feel like the wounded warrior. We feel like we're broken and beaten down. We're just going to have to work forever. We're just going to have to struggle forever. It's so hard. Life is so difficult. When am I going to get my payoff? When am I going to stop having to fight? When am I going to stop having to struggle? You could be here. What if you were here forever? What if you were at the 9 forever? Okay? And my teacher who helped me understand this whole what if we were here forever, and I've mentioned this before. Okay, he was a yoga teacher, Iyengar style, so holding these poses forever. This was at this thing that I did called the Institute for Integrative Leadership when I was 19. They did stuff like making us hold our hand up in the air for an hour. If you do that, you can believe that you can do anything, all right? But he'd be having us in these ridiculous poses and drive us fucking insane by saying, what if you were here forever? But it helps. Because in yoga, if you're holding, you're going to do what you have to do. If you really were going to be in that pose forever, what would you do? You'd relax this muscle here. You'd maybe tighten this muscle here. You'd slow your breath down. You'd maybe clench your core muscles more. You would relax your mind, all right? What if you were here forever? How could you make it a little bit easier on yourself? Because you are going to be here forever. You can't get off the wheel. You can't get off the wheel. Not until you beat the game, guys. But the only way to beat the game is to get to the real sun, is to get to this real joy, and to get that real 9 to 10, right? Fucking 9 to 10. Fucking, okay? You can't do it until you fully accept at the 9. So, sometimes we feel like we're here, okay? Or sometimes when we're at the 9, we could feel like we're here. Oftentimes these ones are pretty linked, okay? Oh my God, I'm gonna be here forever, and things are never gonna get easier. Look at the world. There's so much to worry about. What about my bills? What about my kids? What about the state of the world? There's so many things to worry about. So many things to keep us up at night. So many things to stress us out about. That's not gonna go away. This is not gonna go away. It's not. We are going to be here forever, but we don't have to choose to feel this way. We could also be here. We could also feel contented with where we are. We could also be here. We could also be contented with where we are. We can also be acceptant of where we are, of what we have now. Maybe we don't have it all yet. Maybe we don't have the house, the spouse, the kids, the dogs. Maybe we have to do it alone. Maybe we have to do it alone for a while. Maybe we don't have the family. Maybe we don't have everything that we want to fill our cup. But we can learn to find fulfillment even without it, okay? Because this is the only way to make the tables turn, okay? What if you were here forever? We get to choose. We get to choose. It's where we focus, okay? Because none of these, guys, None of these guys are exactly where they want to be, all right? But who do you want to be? Do you want to be this person, head in hands, in the dark, when you have all of this to comfort you? It's all the zodiac signs. Do you want to be this? Do you want to feel like this all the time? Or do you want to feel like this? Get single and loving it. Get happy with where you are now so that you can get this. Now, back to the reading. So with the Ten of Pentacles, we have Judgment. Ten of Pentacles is reversed, right? So it's like someone's feeling like they don't have their Ten of Pentacles. Where did my Ten of Pentacles go? They don't feel like they have this yet. And maybe they feel like they can't get it. It's your birthright. It is your destiny to have the house, the spouse, the kids, the dogs. There's a reason why they put it like this. There's a reason why they put man, woman, and child. This is what we have to do in order to get to the world. This is what we have to do in order to level up, in order to beat the game. Okay? In order to graduate from Earth, not only do we need to do it in order to beat a level, in order to advance our souls along the path, in order to have fun and to feel good, right? But we need it in order to actually graduate the game of life as well. Someone's denying that it... Ace to the 10. Ace to the 10. It's in the pursuit. Someone's just being... Yeah, there. So the Four of Pentacles. There's that miser, right? Being so stubborn. And I think that's why the King of Pentacles is coming out reversed, too. They're being so stubborn when they could just be happy. You can just be happy. All it takes is you just noticing your thoughts. You can be happy. You can have your cup filled. There's someone out there who's very, very psychic. Could be masculine or feminine, right? Someone who's very, very, very psychically in tune. This is a toadism, and it's been coming up a lot lately, you know. Our capacity to feel is equal to our desire to not want to feel. Ace of Pentacles. There's an opportunity. Like, this is available. It is available to everyone. This is not a question. This is not a question of, will I get this in this lifetime or not? Okay? It's all up to us. It is all up to us on whether or not we're going to accept the pentacle or not. Whether or not we're going to plant the seed or not. Whether or not we're going to rise up or not. It's up to us to do something with our life. It's up to us to rise up to meet our destiny. Anything else from the tarot? Let go. Let go. Let go. It's weighing you down. Let go. Let go of the struggle. The battle is not coming. Sometimes with this wounded warrior, sometimes he's preparing for a battle that is never to come. Yeah, he's getting all his ducks in a row. He's protecting himself. He's keeping all his weapons at hand. Someone, let it go. Let it go. Anything else? You have the power. Emperors. Emperors, remember your power. Remember your power. That's all that is needed with Judgment. This is something that I say all the time, right? The only thing that you need to do in order to get to the world, in order to level up, in order to complete this cycle, is you need to remember that you have all of the aces all the time. You have all of the power. You have everything you need in order to have, do, and be anything that you want. You already are the emperor. You already are the empress. Whether or not you're masculine or feminine, right? I had of course, like the first couple days that I post something to YouTube, I had someone fucking call me out and be like, how do you know that it's a woman? I'm like, I don't. I just say that, okay? There is no gender in the tarot. You can mix this around. A female can be an emperor. A male can be an emperor. And it's fluid, okay? Don't give me shit. Anyway. Emperors. Empresses. You got this. You just need to accept the fact that you're powerful. To know that it's you. It is you. Come on, guys. Okay, let's get a fairy card. Let's get a fairy card for today. I love my Zodiac shirt. Thanks, Christopher. The fuck is this? Whoa, guys. That's crazy. So I guess the last time I used this fairy deck, I also used that Terror of the Spirit deck. I have the Empress. The last card I pulled in this deck was the Emperor. And in this deck, we have the Empress. Guys, it's like I gotta get divine counterparts, like, in every single reading. Someone's denying these divine counterparts. It's your birthright, guys. This is your destiny. This is your destiny. It is in the pursuit. It's in the pursuit. Unity reversed. Unity reversed. Okay, we're going to go with that one. Sorry. So Unity card 1, you know, it's probably about unity, right? Union, mystical experience, and spiritual home. And it did come reversed. We may have become overly focused on the differences and disagreements that seem to separate us from others, and this may be preventing us from achieving our potential or fulfillment and happiness. 9, we may feel alienated, unwanted, and lonely. 9, if this is so, we need to refocus on what we have in common with those around us, far and near. We may need to heal our own attitudes and our beliefs that contribute to these feelings of separation, and we could usefully consider how we might find reconciliation with others. Forgiveness may be a key. Prejudice and judgmental and critical attitudes all push us further into the delusion of separateness and loneliness. This is so real for this, guys. Move towards allowing others to be closer to you. It's time to come out of hermit mode. 9 to the 10. 9 to the 10, we need to let it turn over. Forgiveness may be key. Prejudice and judgmental and critical attitudes all push us further into the delusion of separateness and loneliness. It's an illusion. We're all one. We are all one. We're all the magician. Move towards allowing others to be closer to you, gradually dropping the defensive attitudes that hold them away and keep you alone. Don't wait for others to make the first move towards reconciliation and connection, but reach out to them with compassion and selflessness. This may be difficult, even very difficult at first, requiring self-study and inner work, possibly with the help of skilled teachers or therapists. In meditation and prayer, ask to be in communion with the unity deep within yourself. In unity, there's trust, love, and ecstasy. I'm sorry you're feeling like this. I love you guys. We get to choose. We get to choose how we want to feel. We want to get to our happily ever after. You just have to allow it. You just have to allow this in. Okay. I love you guys. Please hit me up if you want any personal readings. I do offer them on a sliding scale. So find me, message me. Come on down to Toad Talks tonight. Come on down to Toad Talks. Let's talk about these things. All right. I love you guys. Bye.